The struggle is real. But yeah, I can use this, and this, and MJUK to a lesser extent. Energy Store also. God, that's going to cost me a lot. Aerodynamic. I got major. We can head down the drag path too. That's gonna. All right, let's do this race weekend, and then we'll reevaluate from there. We're at the back of the field now, so doing things that punish us into being in the back of the field aren't gonna necessarily be horrible.
We're here at the magical Circuit de Monaco for one of the most challenging qualifying sessions on the Formula One calendar. Who can add their name to the illustrious list of Monte Carlo pole sitters here today? And I'm here, of course, with Anthony Davidson on what has turned out to be a very pleasant day indeed. No weather to interfere, no problems on the track, so absolutely no room for error.
That's right, Crofty. It's looking good out there at the moment. Each team will have their own game plan for this session, and of course, once the cars leave the garage, they'll be under parc fermé conditions, so any last-minute adjustments need to be done right here and now. Beyond that, it's all up to the driver. Who can keep their tyres in the right temperature? Who can hit their apexes? No race fuel on board these days, of course. These are the fastest cars we've had in a long, long time, and it's right here in qualifying where they're at their absolute peak. Let's get started.
Let's see what kind of times they end up doing. Dropped about a second. That is pretty expected. Theoretical session best is a 12.3. It's theoretical. Let's fly out there. Let's go. Keep an eye on the temperature. It needs to be green the whole lap. It offers some good grip, and until it overheats, that is. And then it just kind of struggles about. Yeah, gotta lift and coast. Fourteen one. I think this is going to be finished.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
I have to race into the pits and then get back out as quickly as possible, and I might be able to do one more lap. At this point with scrub tires. It's going to take them too long to get me back in there, I think.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
We just need to get out there. Desperately. Can't even worry about things like like let them both go. Go, go, go. Russell. What the? You can't concede and then block the corner. God, this game and its logic sometimes. Like, there's Russell conceding. He was basically conceding. Yeah, they really do need to reprogram the AI. Force India coming. All right, we gotta. This is basically it. I'm more impressed with the fact that I actually got out there again than anything else. Just right into the absolute limits. If we had fresher tires on that, we might have Might have done better. All right. Dang it. It's race time.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
Yeah, we just have to pain through using one of the worst tires, I think. The hard is the tire to be on. I think I might just use the fresh set of super softs and just try to get a good start. And then just try to manage it to a hard tire stint.
A proper road race, and in the true meaning of the word. That was how Mr. Monaco, the late great Graham Hill, once described this iconic event. The cars we drive have come a long way in the intervening half-century, but still we race on those same public roads beside the Mediterranean Sea. There's no victory more coveted than that of the Monaco Grand Prix. We're on the French Riviera once more this weekend at the 2-mile-long Circuit de Monaco. The cars will climb around 40 metres up the hill, past the casino, and then descend downwards towards the harbour through Sector 2. It's a very short run from pole position to the first of the 19 corners at Saint-Devote. And don't expect to see much overtaking here today. A warm welcome to Anthony Davidson, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Let me ask you about Racing Point. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Gasly, Max Verstappen, and Vettel, Perez, Norris, Raikkonen, and Kevin Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Grosjean, Carlos Sainz, and Butler, Stroll, Williams, Daniel Ricciardo, and Lucas Faber, Albon, and George
All right, we
Russell
moved up a little
ends our
bit.
grid lineup. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Now I have to decide our race strats, which this is...
No heroics into Saint-Devote, please. We're in amongst the pack and just need to stay in one piece.
Gonna remove that stint. It's projecting us to pretty easily make it to the end on the hards. We'll see how the start plays out. I know the strategy is proposing isn't going to work because we'll just be overheating the tires.
Clutch bite is good, gearbox is responding normally. Make sure to warm up the tyres and brakes. Warm the tyres and brakes throughout the lap.
We're not going to run the engine very hard here, so... We take about 20% out of a 38 lap tire. I'm just thinking about how long my hards can last and general undercut strategy against all these softs. Well, we're on the outside. That's good. Ricardo cannot hold. He forced it. He absolutely forced it. Somehow he didn't sustain damage. Wow. Somehow I survived that corner. This isn't the end of the world. Pretty sure the wing still is fully. I'm thinking somewhere around lap 12 is where we'll want to pit. Let's turn this down. I'm gonna go quite a ways down. We're gonna start slowing down substantially, so hopefully that will make it easy for us to keep these tires at a reasonable temperature.
Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available.
But man, are they complaining. That was pretty smooth. I just need to, I think, try to smoothen that corner entry, and that will help the temps a little bit. Yeah, we're really warm. Our hard was rated for something like
The gap
38
to the car
laps.
ahead is 1.9 seconds.
Alright, we're speeding up a little bit. Smoother corner entry. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what keeps my tires green or close to it. We're at 221. We should be at about that into the corner. Clifton Coast. Yeah, we're not really pushing, so we're about 216, 217. We're a pretty good temp balance. I'm trying to just keep in mind which corners are actually raising the temps. We're at 221. .219 by that corner. 217, 16, 16. Leave most of the speed before the corner. Not bad.
Our gap to the car in front is 1.8 seconds.
On the right-handers, we just need to bleed most of the speed before we actually churn. And that will just help us manage these corners a lot better. I think these brakes might be shifted a little bit too far rearward too. I'm just shifting them a little bit more front. See if we can get a better overall balance.
The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap.
We're doing a good job. We got our tires in the green. Just taking off as much temp in the corners as we can.
Increase ERS deployment. It's time to use some of this charge.
We're on lap 7 already. We're almost charged.
Okay, gap ahead is 1.8 seconds.
I think the undercut is the only way we're ever really going to gain position. Whew.
Gap to teammate ahead is 8.2 seconds. You're pulling out a second lap on the car behind.
Yeah, these tires could go just under 30 if we ask them to. So I think we are going to plan to do that undercut. Just want to pull this car in nice and
Gap to
close.
car in front is 2.0 seconds.
And if these could conceivably get close to the distance I'm asking them to do, then yeah, we're good. Yeah, the temps are really catching us out. That's going to limit us severely. Whoa. Fox.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Yeah, they're just kind of slipping away from us. There's no grip. I'm kind of hoping they just get desperate to overtake and we get some crashes. Well, we're just okay. First up.
Exit now. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Russell's going to present the challenge here since he's only like 3 seconds up the road. And Russell is not pitting anytime soon. That's the problem.
We're catching the car ahead, but be aware that these tyres need to last till the end of the race.
I shouldn't have too much trouble making this pass, I don't think, in the DRS zone. Ah! Awkward. Ay. Now this is the issue. I'm gonna have to sit behind him because I didn't get enough of a surge. And this is where my race is getting wrecked. Because this dimwit decided to start on hard tires. not getting there.
A new strategy is available on the MFT.
Really? Down for the strat, and I slowed down expecting that my wing was damaged, and it wasn't. There's just no room for two cars. Let's go back to about... The undercut isn't going to work if I can't get by him.
The car behind has boxed.
God, my race is ruined.
Car behind on the medium tire.
It's just straight up ruined. This is just a big thing with Monaco. And then there's dings that the controller doesn't vibrate, but the damage registers. Like wall hits that aren't really wall hits. This track just really... I don't like it. I do not like this track at all. And by the time I get by him, the undercut's gonna... It's gonna be dead. Yeah, he just has better straight line speed. You just can't utilize my downforce advantage well enough. But if we were by, we would just disappear into the distance. I have to try a hot lap to accelerate a little bit quicker. But Weber is catching up now because we're stuck behind Russell. I'm going to need everything the engine can give me. The problem now, though, is that these guys are stopping. So that great undercut I was hoping for, Russell has just single-handedly ruined it by just being in the spot he's in right now. And he almost just put me in the wall. There was the problem though, I needed hot lap. Monaco straight isn't big enough for overtake. That's what we have learned. And yeah, it's just cars being in the way. Just really irks me. You get put in the position of needing to make overtakes at Monaco. But now I think we're in a situation where everyone has stopped. And we just have no prospect of getting back into this race. Because now we have used hards. Yeah, Stroll, Ricardo. Kimi's all the way up there in 5th, not having stopped yet. Yeah, the entire premise of my undercut was to get a free run with clean air in front of me, and then Russell just is like, hello. "13 laps. The tire wear is okay. Weber's faster now, but that won't last.
The gap to the car ahead is 9.0 seconds.
Yeah, this track just makes me so mad.
At the moment, the car behind us is lapping faster than us by around 1 second per lap.
I have no idea where my lap times have gone.
The car ahead of you has just fitted the hard tyres. Car ahead now on the hard compound. Kimi is in the
Everyone
pits.
is stopped.
Kimi in the pits.
Weber's trying to overtake.
We're trailing our teammate by
Weber ambitiously trying to
9.5
overtake.
seconds.
I imagine things will start getting better around Canada, but who knows at this point. There's a whole gaggle of cars I'm approaching. all the cars I basically hope to undercut. Thanks, Russell.
Our gap to the car in front is 5.4 seconds.
Alright, we're gonna get by Albon. And we are pulling away from Webber a little bit. I think he just made a battery push and he's run out of juice now. Driver in front.
Butler ahead. Okay, gap ahead
Says
is
we're catching.
4.9 seconds. They're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 1 lap old. The time last lap was
Most of the dings I'm
1:20.4.
taking are the result of trying to make really difficult overtakes.
We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
It's another track I'll probably do a lot better coming back to, like, next season. I have won this track in a Ferrari. And it does come down to just straight up undercutting.
Keep managing your tyres. Manage your tyres.
Looks like we're actually losing time to Webber a little bit here. Tenth and a half faster in that sector. Ooh,
Let's
excited
turn up the ERS
acceleration.
deployment and burn some of this energy.
Alright, let's go up to high. That should give us maybe like half a second if we run the laps right. They're actually slower, go figure.
Okay, we should be good on tyres for a while. Wear doesn't seem too bad at the moment. Just take care when you load them up.
I mean, when we're on open track, we're fine, but the AI's aggressive behavior does not work well for this track. All right, we're in the 16s. Although I'm not sure that's going to really mean much of anything. And my general feeling is that if we'd cleared Russell, we might have had a real chance at some positions here.
Gap to car in front is 3.8 seconds.
Alright, we're almost.
Gap to teammate ahead is 4.7 seconds.
We're not really catching. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, we might need to alternate between having ERS off and on.
The battery is low on energy. Reduce ERS
Yeah,
deployment.
let's just turn it off completely. We did a personal best lap. Looking to save a little bit of fuel. Not a lot, just a little bit. There's 3/10 in sector 1. I can smell these cars in front though.
The gap to the car ahead is 2.9 seconds.
Well, theoretically, we should be losing gobs of time with ERS being off. Butler is starting to drop off. This thing only takes about 2 laps to recharge the battery completely. Or at least something close to a full charge.
We need to push now. Set ERS deployment to overtake. ERS to overtake.
We're not going that high. But I'm feeling a little aggressive.
We're trailing our teammate by 2.7 seconds.
Yeah, we're gonna slow her down a little bit. Hot lap is the only way we're actually gonna get by. And in truth, hot lap and rich fuel mixture. There is no half-hearted about this. You have to go. You have to fully commit. So I'm saving some fuel. Signs, I think those guys are making second stops.
The car behind has come in. They're now on the soft tyre. Softs on the car behind.
Now this is interesting. I've got some aggressive cars behind me now.
Off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
I didn't get off the line very good. So we're basically going to charge up for another... You can't go inside like that. Hello, Rosas. How you doing? But yeah, what Science is trying to do, you can't do it. That overtake's never going to stick. All he's doing is slowing me down. They're too aggressive. For Monaco specifically, they're too aggressive. He lost his goddamn mind. That overtake's never gonna work. Finding me. I'm stressed on this track, man.
Quick word on the tyres. They look okay for now, but we can see the wear. If you can't feel it already, then you'll certainly start too soon. Just be careful.
But yeah, this is just stressing me out. Don't hit the wall. Yeah, if I'm in the middle, there's nowhere you're going to commit that's going to make an overtake work there.
Our gap to the car in front is 1.7 seconds.
I don't even know why they're two stopping. God. Flashback City. That little hook in the wall, I don't. That one drives me crazy right now.
This pace is strong.
Signs,
Be aware
bro.
your tyres need to go the distance.
I can't concede the position. I'll never get by Butler. Right now, I'm just kind of irritated that the AI are just trying strategies that really don't work, but just put me in racing situations I don't need to be in. Should have just stayed out. If he had stayed out, I'd get to race Butler without being worried about being overtaken behind. And Sainz had finished far higher than he's going to. I think I've just lost too much time now. I think those soft tires are shot too. Let me see. Rosas, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. I'm not always as bad at the game, I promise. Well, not as bad. Not this bad. I think my tires are just shot at this point. And Sainz been out for like 3 or 4 laps.
Okay, gap ahead is 2.3
And the fact that he's losing pace tells me that the AI is also affected by tire temps. So these softs just have no effective long run pace.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. Yellow flag.
Oh, there's a yellow flag for somebody. Somebody is falling off the pace.
They've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
Whoa, that was scary.
Green flag.
That was a moment. But I had a real chance of getting Butler, and then Sainz on his super fast soft strategy came and took us away from that. But look, he doesn't even have any pace now. So even if we had like let him by, we'd be coming back on him. There's a big question mark flying over my head over what Sainz expected to do here. Or the Renault behind him, which I think is Hulkenberg. Yeah, we don't really have a prayer. We're just stuck in 14th place. I blame you, Sainz. This is me blaming you.
This is your final lap.
They'll just finish off on high. These tires are pretty toast. I traded this wear for an undercut I didn't get because of George Russell. So,
Thank you for all your hard work out there. That was a strong drive and a good finish. Well done.
Carlos Sainz, George
The
Russell.
Mercedes team pulled out a fantastic performance today. They should be proud. Anthony Davidson, How do you think they were able to
We ain't
set
finishing the
themselves
points.
apart today?
I just
A
flashed
large
back
part of the result comes down to
the
temperament.
damage just to
They were able to
finish.
keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay.
This
on
track
top.
just drives me crazy.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of
Protests.
celebrations tonight
Leclerc
amongst the
and
Mercedes
Verstappen.
team, and they certainly deserve it. Let's see what effect this result has had on the drivers' standings. Not the result our points leader wanted, but it certainly
Yeah,
makes
we're-
things interesting going forward. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day?
We weren't
It's time
really
to check out the
in with
constructors'
any chance of
standings.
doing
No
anything.
change in the top spot, but with today's points, their hold on the lead is getting weaker. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today, as they make their way up the standings. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Interesting. If I hadn't gotten stuck behind Russell when I did my first stop, we might have had a chance of finishing higher. But that put that to bed. You get stuck behind a slow car at Monaco, it just ruins any plans you might have. There isn't anything you can do about it. Good night until next time. Gotta go to bed? Or are you just repeating the commentary? I'm just... Does anything even happen in these highlights? Well, I think it's going to show me ultimately overtaking Russell here. Nope. And then it's signs coming out on the softs that just took me off of Butler. Maybe season 2 will be better. We still haven't really got out of the gate with any kind of upgrading, though. Oh, did he? Hang on. Okay, that's why he wasn't following me after that. He lost a piece of his front wing. Okay, that makes sense. Weird.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. You and Devon weren't far apart by the end of the race. How evenly matched are you? Do you think you were lucky not to end your race with that crash? Well, thanks anyway.
We don't want to demoralize our departments. It should get better. Once I start getting some rivalry points, then we should really be able to start tearing into this. Okay. Oh, we failed the objective.
Looks like Lucas also has an upcoming historical event in his calendar. If you decide to take him on, it might help you get some coverage and get people talking about you a bit more.
It's 1,100 each. I just don't know where we're going to get the time to do any of these factory. These are possible. These are ridiculously expensive. All right. We were never doing that one. Time attack at Brazil. It's going to cost 3,000 points just to do the first factory efficiency upgrades on all three departments. It's quite a few race weekends of just the car sitting inert. We shouldn't have any trouble with this. I believe this car behaves as if it has traction control. No, maybe not. Alright, well... Okay, I made a very bad assumption there. It doesn't have traction control, it just has a really good downforce base. I can accelerate more than with the modern cars a little bit. I wish you could see what kind of lap times you're doing and during the process. So I can see how ahead or behind I am. Actually, some of the earlier era F1 cars do have traction control built in, so even if you turn it off, they still have traction control. We shouldn't need a minute 26 to get around here again. Yeah, we beat it. We beat that time pretty easily. Okay. Rep. And then our tire compound doesn't matter here. Various minor upgrades all get rammed in. I slipped in an engine durability. I'll probably just do like one or so of those every now and then.
Congratulations on your success in the Invitational event. It might not help you in the championship standings, but it definitely helps to build your reputation.
Just thinking about this approach. Or I'm going to focus probably initially on aero and chassis. That's where we need the most help. And we're actually going to order a whole new set of components for Canada. There's going to be some rain. But yeah. That's going to conclude matters for the Monaco race weekend. So we will pick up next at Canada. So yeah, we'll leave this recording there.